Hello everyone, welcome back to Pablo Neruda's Words, which is taken from Memoirs. In the last class, we discussed the paraphrase of Pablo Neruda's words line by line. Neruda expresses his observations about words, which is the tool of a poet. Let us recap the last class once again. Pause the next two slides and read the meaning of the text once again. I am not going through it once again. You just pause and read the text and paraphrase side by side. Now, let us continue from where we stopped in the last class. They have shadow, transparence, weighty feathers, hairs, and everything they gathered from so much rolling down the river. The pronoun they means words. Words have shadow. Words are transparent. That means words are see through. They are clear. They are like feathers with weight. They are like hairs. Just like things carried by a river, it collects everything on the way. See the expression weighty feathers. It is a contradiction, right? Usually feathers are light. Here it is described as weighty. Words are like feathers, true, but it is not empty. It has weight. Hair is also something that is very light, but it is rooted to the head. From so much wandering from country to country, from being roots so long, words remained in one place for a very long time. Then, after a while, it started wandering from one country to another. In fact, it is not the words that traveled, but the people. After remaining so much time as roots in soil, now they travel from country to country just as river carries them. They are very ancient and very new. Here is also another contradiction. Words are described as old and new at the same time. What does this mean? That means words can express the meanings of the past, and words can also express the meaning of the present. Byre, they live in the byre. Byre means the marble frame, the marble pedestal, or the marble frame where coffin is kept before funeral. The word coffin brings to our mind images of death. Words lie under coffin. Words express death. Just like a fruit is hidden in the flower, words remain hidden. Now, Neruda realizes that their language is great. What a great language I have! It is a fine language we inherited from the fierce conquistadors. Neruda realizes that our language is so great. It is the language that we inherited from the conquerors of the land. The conquerors of the land are actually the Europeans who came to the South American countries and conquered them as colonial powers. They established their rule in this land. They plundered, they taken away the valuable products of this land, of these colonies. But the native people inherited the language from them. They strode over the giant Cordilleras, over the rugged Americas. They, hear words, traveled over chain of mountains. Cordilleras means chain of mountains over the rough American lands. America here means Latin America, that is South America. And they, hunting for potatoes, sausages, beans, black tobacco, gold, corn, fried eggs, with a voracious appetite not found in the world since then. Words traveled with the conquerors, as the conquerors hunted for food, wealth, and for intoxicating materials like tobacco with great hunger. Voracious appetite, meaning great hunger. They swallowed up everything. Conquerors swallowed up everything. Among them, religions, pyramids, tribes, tribal people, idolatries. Idolatries means tools of worship. Idolatries just like the ones they brought along in their huge sacks. Words were the tools of the conquerors who conquered everything: religion, pyramid, tribes, etc. They brought words with them just like tools of worship. Wherever they went, they razed the land, they destroyed the land. But words fell like pebbles, stones, out of the boots of the barbarians, out of their beards, their helmets, their horseshoes, the luminous, meaning emitting light, luminous words that were left glittering here, our language. And whatever these conquerors did, they brought words, language along with them. Conquerors, a conqueror is here called a barbarian, an uncivilized man, uncivilized people, conquerors. And they left the words which later became our language. Here is a very important statement from the passage. We came up losers, we came up winners. Though we failed in resisting conquerors, we didn't fail really. They carried off the gold and left us the gold. The conquerors carried the real treasure from us, that is, the literal gold, and they left us gold. They left us another treasure, words. So they carried off the gold. That means the real gold they carried away. And the left gold is words or language, another treasure. They carried everything off and left us everything. They left us gold. Though the conquerors carried everything away, they left us the real treasure, words, language. So that is the conclusion of Pablo Neruda's poem or prose poem. It is all about language, describing various aspects of language, various qualities of language, comparing it with various terms in terms of food, in terms of colonial powers visiting or plundering the land, and what they left behind after plundering, after stealing, what they left behind for us, for the natives. It was another treasure. The colonial powers thought that they took everything from their land, but the natives benefited from the language they left. Neruda says that once words were static at one place. Static means without movement. Then they started traveling from country to country. Actually, the travelers were people. Language traveled with them. And we absorbed the language from our conquerors. They did many atrocities, cruelties. They destroyed culture. They carried away everything. However, we got something valuable from them as well. It was the language. Just think from the Indian context. The British colonizers conquered us. They carried the treasures of our land, but we got a valuable treasure from them, English language. Similarly, South American countries were conquered by European forces like Britain, France, and Spain. From them, the South American countries acquired that language, which helped them raise their voice worldwide. Read the text thoroughly along with the paraphrase and understand the meaning of the text. Try to answer the comprehension questions in the textbook, which will be asked for the examinations. Thank you.